Hi, everybody. This is Amy Frelinger with Douglas Elliman, and I am here with Jeff DeLarme, who is a certified financial planner and one of our great resources. It is May 11th of 2020, and I kind of wanted to welcome you, Jeff, and talk about a few things.
Thanks, Amy. Good to be back with you again.
Thanks for coming. All right, so the first thing is, it seems like the stock market has recovered from its mid-March lows in 2020. Unemployment is at record highs, it seems like. So I'm wondering what you're saying to your investors these days.
Yeah, so it's certainly a crazy time. Quite frankly, short term, we don't know where the market's going to go. So we're preparing for a few different outcomes. I think this is a great time to assess your portfolios and sort of take advantage of this break in the storm, if you will, and go above deck and just make sure that you are not taking more risk than you should be. Make sure that you've got the right mix of stocks and bonds, because we may very well go back down again in the markets. We may also resume higher. We're in sort of untested waters, if you will, uncharted waters. And so this is a great opportunity to just reassess, check your plan, and prepare for the future best you can.
And I think our goal is to try and give some good counsel on how you might best do that. I know you and I had talked about IRAs. Maybe you want to share some of the IRA recommendations that you have.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think, some of the opportunities that came out of this downturn is the government stimulus and legislation that was passed recently. And one thing that we are probably mostly all aware of is that tax filing deadlines were extended to July 15. And so what that does is that allows us a few more months to actually make 2019 tax year contributions to individual retirement accounts, Roth IRA accounts, SEP IRA accounts, et cetera. So I think that's a great opportunity, and I would be talking to my CPA about that. The other thing that investors might want to consider right now is whether or not it makes sense to convert part or all of their IRA to a Roth IRA. The idea here is that if your account value is lower, you're converting it on a smaller amount. You might also be making less income this year, so you might be in a lower tax bracket. And then third reason you might consider this is that a lot of people, I don't disagree, but most people think that taxes are probably going to go up in the future to help pay for all of the stimulus. So the idea is that you pay the tax now at these lower levels. But I would talk to my CPA about funding IRAs and converting your IRA.
And the differences between a Roth and a traditional IRA, right?
Absolutely.
And then our third point was, as we have these last, hopefully, weeks, months, we're not sure, of this stay safer at home order, what can we do to be sure that this time isn't wasted and that we kind of come out of this safer at home with tangible progress? What are your recommendations?
Absolutely. I mean, it certainly seems like we're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel in terms of the safer at home policies being lifted. But, I would certainly be reviewing my beneficiary designations on retirement accounts, life insurance policies. And really, I think it's a great time to look at your estate plan. Make sure that you've got the proper assets funded in the name of the trust. Make sure that you have your important healthcare directives, powers of attorneys, anything else that your estate attorney has built for you. And if you don't have an estate plan yet, I would certainly seek out a good attorney to help you with that.
And it's really valuable, in my experience, to have your beneficiaries have a copy of those orders so that if you were someday traveling again or, somewhere that you didn't have the documents on hand, your beneficiaries would know what your wishes were.
Absolutely. I think either giving them a copy, or if you don't quite feel comfortable with that because you're not sure if you might change them in the future. I know a lot of people have had success either uploading their important documents to a secure cloud-based arrangement or keeping it on a secured USB drive so that it's with them when they're out and about. So hopefully that helps your viewers.
Great point. Good. Well, thank you for all of that. We'll call it good for today. And thank you for your advice. Really appreciate it.
Got it. See you next time.
All right. Bye, Jeff. Thanks.
Bye.